notes on the first part, as I would have it, of History of Philosophy by Bertrand Russell. It's monumental, gigantic work for an ordinary guy like me, actually. So that's why the notes, it will take me another year. True, I only read, I have it in audio format. I read 20 minutes every morning on a light joke with Borzoi. So it will take another year or so before finishing it. By that time, I will forget what happened in the first part. It's jocularity, but it might be an issue. Why do this? To start with a joke on a serious work, I mean, too serious work. I listened yesterday a bit of the stand-up program of Ricky Gervais, who was mocking people like me who fill the net with all kinds of stupid material. This maybe? I don't know. No harm done, I would say, at this extreme. And then on the other, maybe it's not that stupid. True, he gives some examples of people who tell you that, and in itself, in the very fact that he does jokes on that, actually makes it worthwhile. I mean, those people who put the stupid material did good, because look, there's Gervais using the material. Granted, stupid. Did you know facts, or the polar bear hides from his prey by hiding his nose. And Gervais makes you can look it up if you're interested, Gervais and the polar bear, and stupid material on the net. If you think this is not worth it, I mean, you can stop it. In the first place, few people did access this thing. What is interesting and intriguing, and that's why the main reason why I said I might make a note for myself, if not for others. Maybe others would be interested. So there's some characters, some important landmarks, luminaries of philosophy, as I knew it in the past, that are somehow changed by the look that Bertrand Russell has on them. I would say Machiavelli. Machiavelli, there's now adjective, Machiavellic and so on. Machiavellian, meaning shrewd, cunning, unscrupulous, and so on. Well, Bertrand Russell argues that, first of all, in his context, in his time, Machiavelli wasn't really so mischievous as we know him. Then he had another book with another view, more republican view, less concerned with authority and so on. Then there's a question of means, and if we plan on success, then how we do it, it's not really that it doesn't matter, but the moral issues behind it, maybe if we do good, we may discard that. Anyway, then very interesting, and I'd say perhaps shocking, at one point he says we might have a theory that we might think that Machiavelli was perhaps a disgruntled or a romantic who lost faith, who deceived, or something like that. Because he talks about the fact that the people in the town are more mischievous, or something like that, and the people in the farms in the mountains who are more they're not pure, but they're more moral, or something like that. And speaking of this, there's also the issue. He talks about the papacy, about Renaissance, which, by the way, did not produce major philosophers, neither the Romans. That was interesting for me. It doesn't consider that the Romans had produced much in terms of philosophy. And Thomas Aquinas is not considered. He has a chapter there and a lecture. As I understand it, he had lectures in the U.S. and based on them he made this book, which is extraordinary, by the way. So he's very important for the Catholic Church and an important thinker, but he refers to this. He starts with the idea that he believes in God, there is a God, and then no matter what, he doesn't have an inquisitive mind and ready to and open, ready to accept various arguments. No, if there's a God, and I will have to find a way to this end, so to say. And to end with, I like this idea which somehow concerns us here in this land, the idea that the people force their rulers to an important extent. The Reformation, a revolution in the church happened in the north, where the ground was fertile. People in congregations, the faithful, were ready for this change, didn't like the Catholic corruption, which was known in the south, in Italy for instance, but there in the south, so to say, they were alright with the way things worked, which is kind of what happens here to a major extent, and I don't like that. Well, later on.